Hi guys, welcome back to Time of Show. It's your girl Sheila here. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. It means the world to me. Today we're going to be reviewing this beautiful palette here. This is a Huda Beauty palette. This is the Empowered palette. You can tell I'm excited because there's just so much to say. When Huda Beauty drops a palette, honestly, like they just always slap differently. So this one was, well, you find out in the video if it was an exception or not. I'm going to be showing you guys swatches and, you know, just giving you guys my thoughts and opinions and first impressions and whatever on this palette. I'm going to start blabbing away and let you guys enjoy the video, and I will speak to you guys soon. Okay guys, so you already know we're talking about this bad boy over here. I am typically not someone who like jumps at getting like Huda Beauty palettes like as soon as they come out, but for whatever reason, when I saw this palette, when I saw like this palette being advertised and when I saw it being promoted before it was launched, I don't know, I just got so excited. And I think it was because like it's like a neutral palette. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like, you know, the Morphe 3502 palette. I'm just in my neutral brown look era. Like honestly, the whole summer, the whole couple months, last couple months, I've just been doing like brown looks and just doing natural soft glam, like no colors literally, and I'm just in that era. So this just kind of sat well with me. I don't have any palettes which are like just browns and neutrals, and I like that I have one now again. I have been avoiding getting eyeshadow palettes the whole year because if we're being honest, we all know that every time we pick up an eyeshadow palette, 9 out of 10 times you can find those shades and other palettes that you have. So I've been avoiding. I've been holding that upside down, but I finally caved when I saw this one. I was actually trying to decide between getting this one and the new, I think it's a limited edition Morphe palettes that kind of got released around the same time, I think. But this is what it looks like. Obviously, classic Huda's eyes, her eyebrows, iconic. This is an iconic look. So the packaging is a little different from the other palettes that she has. This is more like a metal slash, I want to say like aluminium. It's kind of like, I don't know what metal this is, to be honest, but it's not plastic. Because here's the Huda Beauty Mercury Metrograde one. This is the typical packaging she has for most of her other palettes, but this one is a little different. Sorry, my bad. I don't really know how to describe the difference in the packaging, but I hope you guys can kind of see it. This is looking more metallic and this is looking more like plastic glass. I really don't know the words to describe these. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's have a look inside. So I have tried a couple of the shades. I am going to try to create a look for you guys today, but before I start creating the look, I thought I'd like swatch them for you guys to see. So I'm going to go on the website and see if I can get the definition of the colors, because otherwise I don't know what I'm swatching. I'm just watching things. So a little bit about the products. It's part of the Empowered collection. Like the collection is pretty, but nothing there were like essentials for me, and I try and be a bit mindful of our spending with this, you know, increasing cost of living and everything. I feel like everyone just blames everything on the cost of living at this point right now, but it's true though. The cost of living has gone up. If you guys do get anything else in the collection that is just amazing and blows your mind, please let me know. Maybe I'll pick it up. A little bit about the shades. So apparently there are 2 hybrid eyeliner shadows. There are 2 high shine wet metallics, 1 crushed flake gold, 2 powder metallic soft shine metallic pearl shadows, and 9 powder matte eyeshadows. So what would have been really useful is if they told me what shades were what, because I don't know. And I was initially gonna swatch them according to the types and textures, but I think I'm just gonna swatch them kind of row by row instead, and that way we can all figure it out together. Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, shape me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. Okay, so here's the first row from Purpose all the way down to Keep Going. You probably can't really see Keep Going very well because it's quite close to my skin tone, but it is there. I think it'll make a really nice transition shade, a nice transition color for me. So the good thing is that while I was watching these, I think I've figured out what some of the textures are. The Purpose is one of the gel hybrid eyeliners. And then Courageous is a metallic. I don't know which metallic just yet. I would have to kind of get to the end and swatch all the other metallics to kind of figure that out. So Limitless is definitely the crushed gold flake color. And Confident is a matte shade. Keep Going is a matte shade. And Charisma is also a metallic. I think it might be a slightly different formula to Outrageous. I'm going to take the guesswork out of it for you guys and put it in the description box what I think its shade is. But just from swatching Limitless, I just want to tell you right now, there's gonna be, if you plan on using this, I would advise you to not do your base makeup first. Just kind of do the eyes, because now that I have my makeup on already, I've already said to myself I'm not using Limitless in this look. I don't care, because it's gonna be all over, it's gonna be everywhere. But yeah, that's the first row. I'm gonna swatch the rest of the palette for you guys, and then in the description box I'll tell you guys what I think each shade is in terms of texture, just so you guys have that handy as well. Okay, so this is the next row. From top to bottom, this is Big Dreams, Manifest It, Bold Moves, Do It, Power, and Get It. I was actually so sad to ruin Manifest It. I don't know if you guys saw it before I swatched it, but it had such a pretty, it looked so pretty. If you go on the website and look at the pictures, it looks so yummy. It's one of those things that you don't want to touch it, because it's so pretty. Why would I ruin it? But you gotta use it. So I think Manifest It is one of the high shine wet metallics, and Bold Moves and Do It are the powdered metallics, because they both felt quite similar, and I think they look quite the same in terms of their payoff. Okay, so from top to bottom, we have Worthy, Rebel, Winner, Visionary, Best Self, and Legacy. Website, they have 16 shades described, but we have 18 shades, so there's 2 shades that they haven't described, but I guess they're just regular schmegular metallics. But I don't know, I'll figure that out and let you guys know in the description box. But yeah, let's take this off now and actually put this on our face, because that's why we're here, not just for the swatches. And let's see what we can create. I don't typically apply another eye base unless I'm trying to do a super colorful look, but because that's not the case, we're not going to do that today. So I'm going to go in with Keep Going. I thought that was an interesting, a nice shade earlier, a nice transition shade earlier. So I'm just going to go in with that. So I really want to try out one of the liners, because I think it's quite interesting when you have wet liners in a palette like this, and I just want to know if they work and how they dry down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the shade Worthy, which is the dark brown liner shade. I find black eyeliner a little scary sometimes, so dark brown sometimes just a way to go for me. I can tell you that there's no greater pressure than drawing your eyeliner on while being recorded, because boy, this is stressful enough as is. I do not need the added stress of being watched. Okay, so I've used kind of an angled brush to do this. I must say I did struggle a little bit. I don't know why or what's causing that, but I did struggle a little bit. It doesn't quite look as intense as it does when you swatch it. So this is it when I kind of swatch it directly on the back of my hand, but it doesn't give me that same dark chocolate color when I put it on. So maybe I have to layer it on. I don't know, because I really don't know how easy this stuff is going to come off. Okay, that's a bit better. I tried to layer it a bit more. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to try and do it with a different brush. Just see if I can get a better application. I'm going to be using this bent eyeliner brush that I have. Again, I'm just experimenting here just to see if this is easier for me. Okay, so what I would say with the different application brushes is that with this brush, you actually kind of get a lot more color payoff instantaneously, while with this you kind of have to build it up a little more. But with this, I kind of found it a little more difficult to work with. Okay, so I finally got worthy on both eyes, and honestly, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of whatever's going on there, because I quite like my eyeliners to dry down matte, but it kind of still looks wet even though I think it's dried down. But I'm kind of scared to smudge it to see if it like moves, because this has been a messy process already and I'm not trying to make any more mess. So I'm going to go in with Legacy just right here and blend that out towards the inner corners. Okay, at this point I am basically just freestyling, like I don't even know where this is going. I decided not to use like eye bases and like, you know, cut the crease and all that stuff, because I just wanted to see what the shadows do without more support. And the answer to that is they do a good job. Okay, so this definitely wasn't what I was going for, but I decided to go in with a bit of duet in between Legacy and Power, just to, I don't know, I just wanted something in there. This is definitely not as clean as I would have liked it to be, and that's mainly because I decided to go in with the liner in this palette. I probably won't be doing that ever again. If I wanted to do this look again, I probably just use one of my typical brown liquid liners I have, because I know how to work with them. Actually, you know what? That's not fair. I probably will try to use them again. Maybe it's just I just need to find a way to work with them, but I just feel like I put way too much effort into this look. This is usually quite a like simple look I could kind of bang out, but this took some time. This took some blending, if I've ever blended so much in my life. Anyways, I'm gonna go off camera very quickly to finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I was in the middle of finishing up my makeup, and I actually realized that I have a few new goodies that I wanted to share with you guys. Actually, I didn't think it was worth like making a whole new video for them separately, because they've been around for a long time. But just for anyone who's still curious about them, like I was a couple of days ago, this one's for you. I recently got my hands on the Shine On Lip Jellies by Tower 28, and I got them in the shade Almond and the shade Fire. And guys, I have to tell you, I own a lot of glosses. I'm a gloss person. I love gloss. I will pick up gloss without thinking twice about it, without thinking twice about if I have that shade. I just love gloss. But these bad boys surprised me, because the formula in this is so good. The formula is so good. I finally understand why they went viral and why they were sold out for so long, because I don't think Tower 28, you can only get Tower 28 in the UK on Cult Beauty, I think. Don't quote me on that, but that was the only place I could find them. And for the longest time they were sold out until they weren't. So, and then I just was like, oh yeah, why just pick it up? But the formula of these is so amazing. Like, it's so good. I'm actually thinking of getting a couple more shades because it's that good. So I'm going to try them on for you guys today just to see, along with the lip liner. So this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Cold Brew. You know, if you're a black brown girl, you probably know her already and you love her. So I'm going to go in with the shade Almond first. This is what Almond looks like. Almond is that girl. Almond is your everyday girl. She's the girl that you call when you need to go beat up someone. She's the girl that you call when you want to look cute. She's the girl that you call when you just want to be you. The girl you call because. If you thought your lips never looked sexier, just put one of these glosses on. Just put one of these glosses on and you'll find sexy. Yeah. I love it. I love the shine on it. It is scrumdiddlyocious. Just some ever gentle lip lining. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade fire. You know, show you why she's fire. I think this color can be quite intimidating when you just look at it through the bottle, but it is such a beautiful color. Like, this is fire. To me, this is an everyday look. This is an everyday. I could rock her every day if I wanted to, and no one can tell me anything because my lip gloss is popping. A gateway drug into my addiction with lip gloss. It's Lil Mama lip gloss, and my lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. You should know the song. Well, depends on how old you are, but I think it's Lil Mama anyways, but check it out. Anyway, so that's the end of the video. So final thoughts on this. I think I've told you guys everything I thought about it. I think the metallics / shimmers are actually really quite pretty as well. You can intensify them by putting a bit of setting spray on your eyeshadow brush. But I'll definitely say that the metallics stole the show, followed by the mattes. The eyeliner stuff, I can't get behind it. I'm sorry. I'll stick to my normal eyeliners, to be honest. It depends on what you already have in your collection. If you already have a nice go-to nude palette, then you can skip it. If you don't, and this catches your eye, go for it. If you're not subscribed yet and you got to this point, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and watch the next video that's coming up on screen right now. And I'll see you guys some other time.